What's up, guys? Texas Dylan here, ambassador of Archon Off-Road, part of Team Skynet. Today I'm going over the build of the F-150 and how I got to where I'm at. When I was a kid, I honestly never really cared about trucks too much. And then one day when my brother got old enough to drive, he came home with a Ford Ranger, and it was cool, man. Single cab, black. I want to say probably 2003. I'm sorry, it was not black. It was gray. It was a dark gray. I had a friend that had a black one. That's where I'm getting mixed up. This was a dark gray. I don't know. It gave me the lifestyle of owning a truck. I've really been a car person all my life, but then just riding around with him when I was a kid kind of gave me a little bit of that inspiration. And then as I got older, there was an F-150 that I seen that I liked, bone stock. I think it was the 2004 F-150 when they first came out, and I was like, dude, that looks nice. Of course, I'm a kid. I didn't know anything about the engine issues at the time, but I was like, man, that looks nice. I could just imagine what this would look like done up. And even then, things today aren't how they were now. So like big wheels and all that, I didn't even know. I just was like, it would just look good, with some color matching. Pretty much that's all I thought about, is cars look good when they're color matched. I like all trucks. Let me get that done right away. But my preference is gonna be a Ford. I'll take myself a Duramax or something. Shoot, maybe a Cummins under the right circumstances. I like them, but I don't think I'd ever own one. It'd have to be a certain, like a 12 valve. I might take a 12 valve. It'd have to be a certain something. But anyways, let's get back on the story. Now, ever since I first saw the 2004 F-150, I was like, dang, that's what I really would love to own one day. And my first car was just a Nissan Xterra. I built it up. Nothing special. I mean, in a way it is. It's special to me, but as far as the scene of trucks and stuff, nothing special. But when I was in high school, I saw a 12 Gen F-150 done up, 6 inches, black wheels. I think they were fuel Mavericks. Color matched. FX4. No, it was FX2, but concept. And I was like, man, that's what I want. That's my goal. And I actually still follow that guy to this moment. He's basically my inspiration for my build. So ever since I seen that build, I was like, man, I really want one. And so from that point on, not only was I like having my Xterra as my first vehicle, I built that. First, I put it together because it was not in the greatest shape when I got it. I put it together to sell it. Then, I don't know, I kind of grew attached to it. We went mudding in that thing. We did all kinds of stuff in that Xterra. And then I started building it up to my liking. I'm going to tell you, I did some crazy things for an Xterra that I spent like money that there's really no point. Any person that knows them, the Xterra is not really the platform for doing a crazy build. But I went out and did something, because most people make them off-road vehicles. I went more of the performance street sort of four-wheel, which is kind of where I got the idea for my truck. But I put all terrains on there, cranked the keys up, torsion, all color matched it black, built custom headlights, lighting all the way around, third brake light flash mod, just a bunch of random stuff. This is high school me, right? Chop the exhaust off, put a 40 series Flowmaster in there. I just went crazy. After I graduated, or right before I graduated, like that last year of high school, I said, you know what? This hitting 195,000 miles, about to hit 200,000 miles. I think it's time to do a rebuild so I don't have any real major issues. So I rented out a shop, took the heads off, got whole new heads rebuilt. Like I didn't even surface those heads. I went out, found some new heads that were brand new, already done. The only thing that I needed to do was put a camshaft in there. I bought, it's called the Euro cam, but I bought the Euro cam. It's like a mid-style cam, a little bit aggressive, nothing crazy, because I wanted it to be reliable, so I didn't put a performance cam in there. So I put that in there, put long tube, there's something Doherty something headers on there. We took 2 cats off that thing to make the headers fit, because you have downpipe cats. Custom extension, the O2 sensors, and this is all me, by the way, in my own garage, just figuring it out. I had one of those old Chilton how the vehicle gets put together books, old school style. Got brand new head bolts, new head gasket, cleaned everything up. Pistons look great. Bottom half I didn't touch because everything looked great there. Put a new timing belt on, new water pump, upgraded the alternator to a high amp because I was running some subs. Nothing crazy. 212s, MTX, Terminator series, 1100 watts. Anyways, but I did all that to the engine, turned it on, sounded like a tractor. Then I towed it to my shop so they could time it because I didn't have a timing gun, nor did I know how to time it at the time. And that being said, not only did I do all this, it came with all the maintenance. I had to replace the fuel pump, distributor, the entire thing because it had a camshaft position sensor in there, knock sensor. There's quite a bit I did to that. But of course I put an air intake on it too. I don't know. That's like my baby, and it's still around. Yeah, some of y'all on my channel have been asking for it. You'll see it soon. It's coming back bigger and better than I ever made it. I sold it off to a friend of mine. Anyways, back on topic. Built that all up, and then I give it about a month, and then so when you do all that, you gotta break everything apart, right? So I had to take the AC condenser off, tie it off to the side, power steering pump, tie it off to the side. This car hasn't been touched in who knows how many miles. So I opened up a world of problems. Nothing too crazy, but I got stressed out. I was like, man, I just want this to work. I built all the engine in the vehicle and never got underneath and removed the transmission or pulled the engine. So the rear main seal was never changed. I did front main seal, both camshaft seals. But anyways, so a month goes by. I'm about to go to Texas 2K, sitting in the driveway, printing my tickets. So I, at the time I was living somewhere else. I came home to my mom's house, and then while I was sitting in that driveway, getting the tickets printed, the rear main seal finally gave out and oil went all across the driveway, and I was just devastated. I was like, wow. Luckily the shop that I wanted to take it to get that fixed was right down the road, so I just threw a little bit more oil in it and just took it straight there, dropped it off, and said, hey, look, here's the issue, let me know when it's done. I think I got followed. I'm trying to remember how I made it back to the house, but I ended up borrowing my mom's Ford Edge to get to 2K because I was not about to miss that. Then after 2K and got my truck back, or the exterior back, some of y'all are not going to call it a truck, I get it. As soon as I got it back, now I'm having power steering issues. It's leaking everywhere. I'm like, man, what's going on? Replaced power steering pump, still having leaking issues. Changed all the vacuum lines, still having leaking issues. I was afraid it was the rack. It turned out to be the reservoir. I don't know why, but it was not sealing correctly. Like I said, taking apart that whole engine and everything, it not being touched for so long just opened a bunch of issues along the way. It's little stuff, like I said, but it's just, I got frustrated. I didn't have time to deal with that and go to work because now I'm working full time, not in high school anymore. So after all that, I decided it was time to start shopping. I wanted a blue F-150. I didn't think I could afford a 13th gen. I thought it was just going to be a 12th gen. I was looking for exactly like how this guy had it. He sold his for $21,000 to his brother or something, and it was for sale for a while. And I was like, man, if only I had money, I would have bought it from him. I've been happy. However, his color combinations, not my preferable color combinations, but going into shopping, me starting to shop for a truck, I just came up across a couple 13 gen. I was like, maybe. I don't see it happening, just maybe. Went to go look at a blue Lariat, fully decked out 2015 F-150, moonroof, everything, all the bells and whistles. And I was like, dude, I would love this. And it was fairly priced. It was 27 at the time. Uh, I walked in there. They tried to pull a fast one on me, and I was not about it. I left there, not really happy. Kept looking around, found a couple more blue ones, 12 gen, 13 gen, and then one stood out to me at a Dodge dealership on their used lot, and I was like, that's base model, but has the XTX packages. So 8-inch screen, whatever it is. I think it's 8 inches. I don't know what size screen is in them. The Sync 3. I was in there. Not the full tow package. I don't have a trailer brake and all that, but it had everything with the connections and the hitch already added on. The STX wheels, 20-inch wheels, and they were selling it for 21. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I ended up walking out the door at 23. Anyways, the only issue I had was the front bumper had a dent in it. Whoever owned it before just like took it out, man. And it was just smack in the middle, ding. I didn't care because I knew I had a vision for this truck. I didn't care that was there. I said, this might be the one. Got there, met this sales manager for the online. Very nice guy. I would probably go back to him for another vehicle, even though I'm not going to buy Dodge, but he worked with me. I had a very honest financial person, and he spoke off the record about certain things I should do and shouldn't do. I was a new buyer, and I went in this all by myself at, I think I was 19, 18, 19, somewhere right there. Came out strong, decent payments, and I did it. And the first 2 weeks, I was like, there's no way this is real. I was like, I am driving this thing. There's no way. So now I own two vehicles. I own the Xterra and I own the F-150. And I was like, man, now I have time to fix the Xterra, build it up. Bro, I had my dream truck. That Xterra got put off to the side for months. And I finally said, I can't do this. I don't want to see this thing just sit here and just build dirt. So I ended up selling it to my friend. But I just slowly started researching, like, I'm going to do this. Like, not even 3 days in, I debadged the entire truck. I took the STX sticker off the back. I took the side steps off because I don't like side steps. I did a bunch of stuff right off the bat. And I just kept going from there. And next thing I know, I was where I'm at today. But I park in a garage. So the original plan was, all right, real wide, real low. We're going street build. I like the street build idea. We did sort of a mixture on the Xterra, but it went off-road. I took that thing off-road. That thing was a beast. This is my pavement princess. They don't go anywhere near. It'll go off on the trails, but she's meant for the road. And everybody knows it. I'm not ashamed of it. We're on street tires. But so I built it for a 3-inch lift so I could still fit in the garage. Did it. Loved it. Had it for a year. Did a bunch of other stuff. Won Best in Class Show Award September 7th of 2020. Then 2021 was around the corner, and I thought it was time because I still had clearance. I still had quite a bit of clearance on my garage, and I was just thinking, I was like, it's time. I gotta go bigger, badder. Obviously, still can't go super tall. If I wanted to, I could set up to 8 inches right now, but there's a reason I didn't do it. It's because I need to park in the garage. For y'all's information, the reason I park in the garage is I live in a townhome and I just don't have a driveway or a suitable road that you could park on. It's garage or visitor parking and make everybody mad and just have to deal with HOA all day. And I'm not doing that. Plus, we have trees. No fun. So I'd rather keep a garage kept. I know people who keep stuff in the garage, they totally understand that things look so much better. Never have to wash it as much. Oh yeah, yada yada yada. But anyways, That being said, I wanted to do something more, and I did more research, and I ended up powder coating a whole nother lift kit, spindle lift, so I was able to actually combine. It's the 4.5 max track lift, spindle lift, and I only bought the front, so it's just the spindles and the brake lines because you have to extend the brake lines. So I bought that, put them on after powder coating, and then put the little aluminum half-inch spacer, part of my 3-inch spacer that I got from Tough Country. There, I forgot to mention the brand is a 3-inch, which what came for the 3-inch. It came with basically your level, upper control arms, and a 2-inch add leaf in the rear. And so the 2-inch add leaf is in the rear already, and all I did was take the spacer off, the bolt-on spacer off, aluminum spacer that goes in between the sorry, the spring and the cap. I left in there. Well, obviously I take it apart for the powder coated springs, but anyways, I left in there, so it gave it that little extra inch or half inch. So now it sits right at 5. Kept the upper control arms on. They look good. The only thing I want to do now is probably powder coat the upper and bottom control arms to match everything else, especially when I decide to go a little bit bigger of a wheel. Can't speak too much on that yet, but you're not gonna be able to see the spindle as much. That being said, probably the spring as well. Then I decided to put the track bars on that I bought. I honestly wanted track bars for a minute, and then I couldn't find any. Rough Country was the only ones I could find. I didn't really want the ladder style, plus the Rough Country ones look weird the way they bolt on. Maybe it's just from the photos, I don't know. I didn't like them. And I know, not bashing Rough Country, personal preference, I know they're not the best. And I really didn't want them. However, I will vouch, I have their rear struts. They're a lot better than my stock ones. Might upgrade to another set later, maybe Fox or something, I don't know. But the rear are the Rough Country. The lift components themselves, the bracketing, I don't trust those kind of things from them. So anyways, someone I know had Reaper track bars that they didn't want anymore. So I picked them up, got them re-powder coated because he had them powder coated something else. Put them on, and that was like one of the missing pieces. As soon as I had the street tires and put the track bars on it, it started coming together. Performance is the next thing on the truck. We're getting there. We have an air intake, 4-inch MRBP exhaust with a 5-inch exit. It's nice. I actually like it, even though a lot of people hate exhaust on EcoBoost. I really enjoy mine. It doesn't sound that bad. It sounds like a performance BMW. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So it's a V6, and it's gonna sound like a V6, no question about it. But it doesn't sound like a rice burner. People think it's some foreign car when I come flying by, and then there's a big ass truck. Anyways, then I knew I wanted more lighting. Finally figured out and resourced some LED door handles, and that right there just took off. I can confirm that I am one of the very first 5 F-150s ever to have LED door handles on a 13th gen. Not talking about any of the other ones in the past. 13th gen, I am in the top 5 very first to have LED door handles. I want to say I'm the first. If not, I'm very dang near close. I became kind of the ad for the LED door handles for that guy. 4 F-150s. 250 or Super Duties, they already been making them. And they're still the exact same door handle. But I knew they were capable of going on an F-150. I was going to buy the Super Duty ones to put on the F-150. Then the guy already, I guess, came up with that and started selling them as F-150 as well. Right when I put my purchase in, I was like, perfect. Just let them know. Paint color, got it done. And I was on it. I wanted those bad. I wanted to be the first. And I am there, if not right after. So we got that. Now we've been to some shows. That's that. I got way bigger plans for it, and I definitely now I have my dream truck. And y'all are gonna hate that it may be a gasser, but you know what? That's what I wanted as a kid, and I got something bigger and better planned in the future. Obviously, I plan on doing some more to this, as I may have just hinted a little while ago. But future talking, as me growing, I got a whole nother truck build planned, and we'll get there. I made this one happen. I know I'll make the next one happen. I forgot to put this in there. Everything that's been done on my truck, the F-150, has all been done in-house in my garage by myself, or if not by myself, with a friend or a buddy. And that's one of the things I find really unique about my build, is it's all in-house. I don't go to shops. The only thing that shops do is tire mounting. I'll mount it to the vehicle, but just wheel and tire mount, balance, tint, alignments, and that's it. Everything else is me. And then my buddy powder coats. I don't have powder coating. Had to pull my phone out for this one because I have too many mods. So everyone knows my F-150 is a Ford F-150 2017 2.7 twin turbo EcoBoost, 2-wheel drive. You can leave it down in the comments. I know what I bought. I knew what I wanted. 2-wheel drive's not what I wanted, but I accepted it. I know. You just leave it in the comments. So the build list is a 4.5 MaxTrax suspension lift kit with Tough Country upper control arms sitting at 5 inches. In the rear, we have a 2-inch Tough Country Add-A-Leaf with a 1-inch MaxTrax shackle lift sitting around 3 inches. So it's a 5.3 setup. Anyways, sitting on Archon Off-Road 22x12 -51 Caesars with 2-inch wheel spacers, wrapped in Nitto 305 45 22s. For y'all who really want to know precise numbers, that is a 32.8 inch tire, and it is 11.6 to 8 wide, so it's a little stretch. I got a lip, it could be easily curb rashed. Getting down to some other stuff, MBRP 4-inch exhaust system, 5-inch outlet. I have a JLT 3.0 oil separator, EcoBoost. Shouldn't have to explain all that. Just to better the engine. Reaper track bars. I don't know how long they are. Ford Raptor steering wheel, which I absolutely love. I use paddle shifters all day. I don't ever drive it automatic. Gen Y hitch, 7.5 inch drop, sponsor. Alpha Rex headlights, Anzo taillights. Spider Auto third brake light. I don't think they offer that anymore. Headlights and taillights will be painted at a later time along with their brake light. X-Spite mirror lights. They're sequential mirror lights. They're still amber. I would like to get white LED. My F-150 did not come with white LED lights, and finding a pair has not been easy, at least for what I preferably want. Also, we have the Boost Auto mirror light running mod, so it makes those turn signal lights on the mirrors become running lights. So they stay on, then they blink when you still turn on the blinker, but it allows it to do both. Then I have the Outlaw LED door handles, switchback, white to amber, Putco lower grill insert, that's the mesh down on the lower bumper. APOL, I don't know that brand, but that's what I have. LED cube brackets, so that's what holds my pods down in the bumper. Those pods, just eBay pods. I plan on upgrading those. Then we have custom painted badges, custom badges, but it is custom painted. LED rock lights, just a generic brand, nothing special. Bullet antenna that I actually had on the Xterra that was kind of a tribute of the transition. It was like, this was my first build, moving into my second build, because that's like, you know, the piece of memory, like part of that build is in this build. Truck's color is the Ford N6 Lightning Blue. It should be the same color as the GT500, the newer one, which is very cool color. It's something you'd have to see in person if you've never seen one. There's three colors of the blue F-150s, and the N6 is not the most common. You find like SZ or something, and another one. You don't really find the N6 all too often. So I like that I have one of the rarer colors of the truck. My powder color coding color is uh, atomic black powder, which is like a bronze gold, and then I have clear over it to give it more of the gloss, reflectant. Uh, Obviously, I'm a brand ambassador, so Archon, Gen Y, and my friend's shop are all three uh, sponsors for this truck. I did build it as a Archon styled build, like part of their branding. That's something I really actually wanted to do. For y'all who do not know, I've followed custom offsets since the beginning. My friend put me on in like 2013, 2014, right there, right when Sean was making videos on dollar bills, how wide are 12 wides and everything else. And it's really when I got pulled in, and I've been following them ever since. They launched Archon, Caesars, I mean not Caesars, Lincolns came out. Those were hot. I was like, I love those wheels, and I was always thinking I was going to put Lincolns on that. That was even the debate when I got this truck. Is I was like, Lincolns, they're going on here, 100%. We're going to put the Archon logo across the side, and boom, that's it. And then right when I was about to buy wheels, the Caesars dropped, and that was like, Lincolns or Caesars, Lincolns or Caesars, and I went Caesars because I wanted to be one of the first to run them. And I want to say I was, but man, the Archon wheels just sell quick. Like some of the new wheels, I had plans to run them right when they dropped, and then they were already out and sold out. And I'm just, all right, there with that idea. I'll wait for the next design. But yeah, this is just a little interview I wanted to do with you guys. Let me know what y'all think, and I will see y'all later.